Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the shocking truths behind some of your favorite foods. You might never look at them the same way again. We're going to expose the good, the bad, and the downright ugly about what really goes into your food. Get ready to be disgusted because some of these ingredients are enough to make you lose your lunch. You think you know hot dogs? Think again, you donkey. These aren't just any ordinary sausages. What goes into making a hot dog is a process shrouded in mystery and, quite frankly, a bit of horror. What they grind up and stuff in those casings would make a pig turn up its snout. Imagine a process where every part of the animal is used, and I mean every part. The meat is ground up into a fine paste, but it's not just the prime cuts. Oh no, it's the bits and pieces that no one else wants. We're talking about the leftover bits, the scraps, the parts other processors won't touch. These are the remnants, the offcuts, the parts that would otherwise be discarded. It's a symphony of scraps, a medley of meat that comes together to form what we know as a hot dog. Lips, snouts, ears, you name it, it's probably in there. These are the parts that give hot dogs their unique texture and flavor. It's a culinary concoction that might make you think twice before taking that next bite. And don't even get me started on the mechanically separated poultry. This is a process where the remaining meat is literally scraped off the bones using high-pressure machinery. It's a pink, gooey substance that is then added to the mix. It's basically a pink slime they scrape off the bones. This slime is then blended with the other meat scraps to create a uniform mixture. It's not the most appetizing sight, but it's a crucial part of the hot dog making process. Then they pump it full of salt, preservatives, and enough artificial flavors to make it taste like something edible. These additives are what give hot dogs their long shelf life and distinctive taste. Without them, you'd be left with a bland, unappetizing mush. Honestly, you're better off eating a shoe. At least you know what you're getting with a shoe. Hot dogs, on the other hand, are a mystery meat concoction that might just make you lose your appetite. So next time you reach for that hot dog, remember what you're really eating. It's a symphony of scraps, a medley of meat, and a culinary concoction that might just make you think twice. Gelatin. It's in your desserts, your candies, even your vitamins. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. This wobbly little ingredient is made by boiling down animal bones, skin, and connective tissues. Yeah, you heard me right. They take all the stuff you wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, simmer it for hours, and voila, you've got gelatin. Next time you're enjoying a bowl of Jell-O, just remember what's lurking beneath that jiggly surface. Processed cheese. It's a staple in many households, often found in lunchboxes, grilled cheese sandwiches, and melted-over burgers. But have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly it is that you're eating? That gooey, melty goodness that makes your burgers and grilled cheese sandwiches so irresistible. It stretches, it oozes, and it has a flavor that many of us have come to love. But behind that delicious facade lies a different story. But let me tell you, it's about as far from real cheese as you can get. Real cheese is made from milk, salt, and natural cultures. Processed cheese, on the other hand, is a different beast altogether. This stuff is a concoction of cheese scraps, emulsifiers, and enough artificial colors and flavors to make your head spin. Imagine taking all the leftover bits of cheese that didn't make the cut, and then mixing them with a variety of chemicals to create something that vaguely resembles cheese. They take all the bits and pieces of real cheese that nobody wants, melt it all down, and then add a chemical cocktail to make it look and taste somewhat edible. This process involves heating the cheese scraps to a high temperature, which helps to blend everything together into a smooth, uniform mixture, and then add a chemical cocktail to make it look and taste somewhat edible. These chemicals include emulsifiers, which help to keep the mixture smooth and prevent it from separating, as well as artificial colors and flavors to give it that familiar processed cheese taste and appearance. It's enough to make you want to swear off cheese altogether. When you think about all the artificial ingredients and the process it goes through, it really makes you question whether it should even be called cheese. So next time you reach for that slice of processed cheese, take a moment to consider what you're really eating. Chicken nuggets. A staple in the diet of many, from the youngest of children to the oldest of adults. They're quick, they're easy, and let's face it, they're delicious. But have you ever stopped to wonder what exactly goes into making these bite-sized pieces of heaven? The holy grail of kids' menus and late-night cravings? Whether you're at a fast food joint, a family restaurant, or rummaging through your freezer at midnight, chicken nuggets are always there to satisfy that hunger. But behind that crispy golden exterior lies a story that might make you think twice before taking your next bite. But what are you really sinking your teeth into? Is it pure, succulent chicken breast, or is there something more mysterious lurking beneath the surface? The truth is, the journey of a chicken nugget from the farm to your plate is a lot more complex than you might think. Let's just say, it's not exactly the picture of culinary perfection. In fact, the process starts with parts of the chicken that you might not even consider edible. We're talking about the bits and pieces that are left over after the prime cuts have been taken. We're talking about mechanically separated chicken, a process that sounds as industrial as it is. This method involves taking the leftover chicken carcasses and forcing them through a sieve under high pressure. The result? A pink, gooey substance that is far from appetizing, which is basically a fancy way of saying chicken paste. This paste is then mixed with various additives to improve its texture and flavor. Think of it as a science experiment, where the goal is to transform something unappealing into something that looks and tastes good enough to eat. They take all the leftover bits of meat, grind them into oblivion, and then mix in a cocktail of ingredients that you probably wouldn't recognize. These can include fillers, binders, and flavor enhancers, all designed to make the final product more palatable, and then shape them into those familiar nugget shapes. This is where the magic happens. The paste is molded into uniform pieces, giving you that consistent nugget experience every time. But don't be fooled by their appearance. These nuggets are far from natural, and to keep them from going rancid, they pump them full of preservatives. These chemicals extend the shelf life of the nuggets, ensuring that they stay fresh for as long as possible. But at what cost? The addition of these preservatives means that your nuggets are more of a science project than a food item. They pump them full of preservatives. This ensures that the nuggets can be stored for long periods without spoiling. However, these preservatives can have various effects on your health, and it's worth considering what you're putting into your body. It's enough to make you want to stick to a salad. After all, when you compare the simplicity of fresh vegetables to the complex industrial process of making chicken nuggets, the choice seems clear. So next time you're craving a quick snack, maybe reach for something a little more natural. Margarine. It's touted as a healthier alternative to butter, but don't let that fool you. This spread is a Frankenstein's monster of processed oils and artificial ingredients. They take liquid vegetable oils, pump them full of hydrogen gas to make them solid at room temperature, and then add a dash of artificial flavoring to make it taste vaguely like butter. And the worst part? This process creates trans fats, which are linked to heart disease and a whole host of other health problems. Do yourself a favor and stick to real butter. Thanks for watching. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time. Remember, knowledge is power, and when it comes to your food, you deserve to know what you're really eating. Stay informed, stay curious, and most importantly, stay hungry for the truth.